Hey, fellow babies. Apologies for my cold and cough. I may cough while I'm talking, but thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you are watching it real time, it's because you're either a Patreon patron, and we appreciate your patronage, or because you are a subscriber to our YouTube channel. We appreciate that as well. Or if you have done neither of those, or even if you have done both of those, you can link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account, and we get paid by Amazon. Costs you nothing. So please check the instructions in the show description, and it'll help you figure out how to get money so Shane can keep filming these things. Welcome back to Pachter Factor. Today's question, YouTube, Shadow6681. What do you think are the key takeaways for Microsoft 343 from the early stages of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer? There's been a lot of backlash against its hyper monetization of progression content where players who pay have a 25 level head start, and it's very time consuming to earn anything free. Will they dig their heels in or listen to fans? Look, I gotta say, Halo Infinite is a $60 game. It's part of the Game Pass subscription, and so it's free for everybody. And I think that Microsoft doesn't care if somebody pays, gets a 25 level head start on you. There's a value to grinding it out and progressing, and there's a value to not and to spending money. And that's kind of the core tenet of all free-to-play games, that people with more money than time advance more quickly, and people with more time than money grind it out. And I don't think they care. And if you don't want to play it, they're fine with that. The fact is they had, as of September 30, 25 million Game Pass subscribers. So my guess is this is going to be the most played Halo ever when the single player campaign comes out. And the multiplayer, Microsoft kind of invented the whole, concept of getting rid of expansion packs and going to, what do they call them, rec packs or loot box, kind of drops. But if you remember in the last Halo, you earned a rec pack. I think it was 250 gold bars or points or gems or whatever their currency is. You got a point per minute played. So if you played 4 hours, you got a rec pack, and if you didn't want to play 4 hours, you spent 250. So guys who played 40 hours got 10 rec packs, and guys who played 0 hours and spent $25 got 10 rec packs, and that's fine. I mean, that's the trade-off. So I don't care if people are ahead of me. I mean, I don't know if anybody who plays any free-to-play any game, unless you start the game the first day it's available, and then you're going to be behind somebody no matter what. So I'm playing some mobile game, and I was on the leaderboard in a raid tournament. I was actually 12th for like a nanosecond, but I'm level 34. I've been playing the game about 6 months, and I looked on the leaderboard, and the guy who's number one is level 109. Guess what? He's got more than I do, and I was holding my own against him. I feel okay about that. So, that's just the nature of any game. If you start playing it after others have been playing it a long time, you're going to be behind. One way to catch up is spend money. So the notion that, players who pay have a 25 level head start, who cares? Like, unless you're in a matchmaking mode that they put noobs up against the most advanced player, and most matchmakers, they don't work that way. I used to play Left 4 Dead as a very casual player. I sucked at it. I liked it, but I really sucked at it. And I would probably play that game, an hour a week. Like, I'd just play it occasionally when I got bored. And I would go online and I would just find a team with a really highly ranked player, and I would flank them. I'd find a group of 3 with an open 4th slot, and I would flank the really good player and make sure that I shot anything that I could that was going after him. And the AI in the game was such that it was always going after the best player, so it was pretty much leaving me alone. And the great player, doing this, could kill anything coming at me because they were that good. And I would probably only get 1 out of 4 that were coming after him, but he'd get 3 out of 4, and I kept him alive, and he kept me alive, and that was the way the game played. And I didn't resent playing with a better player at all. So I don't, I understand your question. Unfair. I ground it out. Why can't another guy grind it out? Well, but that's just the nature of free-to-play. So if you don't like it, don't play that game. By the way, I don't think there are any free-to-play games. Well, I'm sorry, there are. There are free-to-play games that are all the stuff you buy is cosmetic only. So that's why Fortnite, people like Fortnite. But if you think about Fortnite, there's really nothing to it. I mean, you play the game and it's kind of the same playing field that's skill-based all the time. It still takes time. If you play like Apex, it still takes time to figure out the characters and to level up your character, not level up and get really good at playing a character. Overwatch, same thing. It takes a long time to figure out a character class. And like I learned after about 10 minutes of Overwatch, I can never be a shooter. I've got to be a tank. Like I suck. And tank strategy, I can think about where to stand. So I can be Reinhardt and kind of get in the middle and block and listen to my teammates, and if they say no, move right, move with us, I get that. That's fun. So the reason that game works so well is that it's a good co-op experience where your teammates help you play the game better, but there's no question they're better than me. And so I don't think I've ever played a game where there weren't players that were a lot better than me and where I wasn't a lot better than some other players. And so I don't really care if a guy spends money or doesn't spend money. I play mobile a lot, and I'd say pretty much every mobile game I play, about a third of the players spend money and 2/3 don't. And guess what? The guys who don't spend money have their place. We have roles for them to play that help the alliance win wars and do whatever we're supposed to do. So I don't know. I mean, there are the perfect game, obviously, like I said, but that's why I personally find PUBG and Fortnite boring, because to me it's the same exact game over and over and over and over again. But again, what you see is the guy who knows how to freaking build in Fortnite can kick your ass. They're fast, and they'll surround you by a structure you can't get out. Anyway, I don't know. I think the key takeaway is that Microsoft's trying to morph from a $60 game company into a hybrid free-to-play and $60 game and subscription. And so merging those three things together is complicated, and I think they're doing a pretty good job. So to answer your question, they'll dig their heels in. They won't listen to fans. Okay, thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor. And if you are a Patreon patron and watching on SIFTD.net, we appreciate it. If you are a subscriber to the YouTube channel and paying up for that, then thank you so much. It's keeping us in macaroni and cheese. If you have done neither of those, or even if you have, please remember to link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. Pretty easy to do. You just have to re-up it every month so that we get paid, and that the instructions are in the show description. And at a minimum, you must follow me on Twitter at Michael Pachter. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.